Activity number 1. Writing an action research plan.
Observation. The WAVES is a collaboration between two schools, the Labrador National High School and 𝗬 National High School. Although we function as one team, each school has its proposed action research. We base our topics on observations made during our deployment, reflecting on the challenges faced by learners and selecting our specific focus. At Labrador National High School, the aim is to enhance reading comprehension using big books, while at 𝗬 National High School, the focus is on improving learning quality by implementing self-assessment techniques, particularly targeting intrinsic motivation. Once our topics are chosen, we outlined our plans for various components of action research, including preliminaries, introduction, problem identification, generation of alternative solutions, the plan of action, presentation and interpretation of data and findings, and conclusions and recommendations.
For the analysis part, the degree of difficulty encountered by Labrador National High School for every report was moderately difficult and very difficult. On the other hand, the 𝗬 National High School team's degree of difficulty was moderately difficult, very difficult, and extremely difficult. In creating our proposed action research, we can say that it was an excellent classroom-based action research. For Labrador National High School, if the child knows how to understand what he or she reads, it only means that he has armor that he or she can use in his or her studies in communicating with others and in real life. This is one of the bases for the development of our action research, so we can say that the plan we have created is a unique type of action research because it will not only determine which of the children understand what they read, but it will also determine how effective the action we have devised is in reaching and assisting the students who do not know how to read and understand what is being read. Okay? On the other hand, 𝗬 National High School believes that their action research is highly beneficial for achieving excellence in classroom-based action research. It systematically addresses key aspects of the learning environment by integrating self-assessment to stimulate intrinsic motivation. The structured approach includes a detailed problem analysis, promoting creativity in generating alternative solutions that align with classroom needs. Clear objectives and a realistic time frame provide an effective roadmap for implementation, enhancing the feasibility and relevance of intervention.
In the create part, we created our plan on the indicated parts, and these are the introductions where we explain the background and significance of our proposed action research. We enumerated the problems identified and their possible causes, and we also included the solutions we have generated based on the problems that need to be addressed in the plan of action, including our objectives, time frame, and also the target participants on our proposed action research.
As we reflect on our experience on how we accomplished the activity in writing our proposed action research, the Alana just described their experience as exciting because one word sums up our group's overall encounter with this task, particularly when it comes to writing our classroom-based action research. We felt a lot of excitement and fulfillment as we progressed through the process. We were filled with eagerness and enthusiasm as we completed the activity in general and wrote the 4 parts. On the other hand, SNHS described its experience as streamlined because it captures the essence of our experience, highlighting the exceptional efficiency with which we navigated through the educate process, emphasizing productivity maximization while minimizing unnecessary steps and redundancy. Throughout the creation of each section, our focus remained steadfast on clarity, ensuring that every element serves a purpose and contributed directly to the overarching goals of research.
Activity number 2. Making a learning environment safe and conducive.
During the interview we conducted with the teachers at Pangasinan School of Arts and Trades, they shared valuable insights about the importance of fostering a positive and inclusive learning environment by establishing clear expectations and consistent routines. Creating relevance in lesson is important because it involves connecting academic content to real-world applications and incorporating diverse perspectives to make learning meaningful for all. Furthermore, teachers highlight the significance of employing interactive and collaborative learning techniques such as group discussions and hands-on activities to actively engage students in the learning process and cater to different learning styles within the classroom.
In Analyze, during the pre-service teacher's observation, the typical classroom structure was characterized by well-defined setting arrangement, a vocal point for instruction, and designated spaces for collaborative activities. Students engage in communication through a variety of methods including whole class discussion, peer interaction during group work, and one-on-one conversation with the teachers during designated time. The observed classroom routines and procedures such as the efficient transition between activities and the implementation of consistent behavior expectation provided a structured framework that could be applied to promote essential learning, creating a safe and conducive learning environment as evidenced by the observed teacher, foster a positive impact on learners, promoting a sense of psychological safety, increase participation, and a willingness to take academic risks, ultimately enhancing the overall learning experience for students.
In preparation for our future roles in education, we, the pre-service teachers, are tasked with the responsibility of formulating a comprehensive set of rules and regulations. This undertaking is crucial in establishing a learning environment that is not only safe, but also conducive to effective learning. By actively participating in the creation of these guidelines, aspiring educators contribute to the development of a positive and structured atmosphere where students can thrive academically and personally.
As pre-service teachers, establishing a safe and conducive learning environment for the students is paramount. We would prioritize building positive relationships with my students, fostering open communication and actively listening to their needs and concerns. Implementing clear and consistent classroom rules along with fair consequences will contribute to a sense of security while incorporating diverse teaching strategies and resources would cater to various learning styles, ensuring an inclusive and supportive atmosphere for all learners. Additionally, promoting growth mindset, encouraging students to embrace challenge as opportunities for learning can further contribute to creating a positive, empowering educational environment.
Activity number 3. Focusing on creating my classroom learning management plan.
Depending on our areas of expertise, we have conducted interviews containing multiple resource teachers. We have compiled data on their best practices for creating efficient use of learning management system. Although teachers have varying approaches to the classroom, they all aim to provide an open space for their students to maximize learning. To teach students what is appropriate and inappropriate, rules and discipline measures were also put in place. To optimize students' learning, scheduling and organization must be on top. Knowing the students' proficiency level is crucial when it comes to teaching methods, as it helps teachers choose the right approaches and materials. Additionally, they frequently employ code switching and communication to adapt to their students' comprehension levels. With the help of this knowledge, we, as aspiring teachers, will be able to facilitate the class with all the knowledge we possess that will help us grow into more capable and better people every day.
For analysis, we have different set of details, beliefs, and goals in the learning management plan, such as envisions an educational system that is inclusive, equitable, and accessible to all students, regardless of their background or circumstances. To our mind, the plan is grounded in a set of core values that include academic excellence, integrity, respect of diversity, and social responsibility. We believe that the learning management plan is built on a certain fundamental beliefs. It transmits that every student can learn and succeed, given the right opportunities and support. Also, academic rigor, inclusivity, safety and well-being, student engagement, use of technology, teacher competence, cultural sensitivity and assessment, and feedback are the standards we want to set in making judgments regarding the quality of the classroom learning environment.
For Create, we have created the design of our classroom where student learning and development are greatly influenced by their learning environment. A teacher's most important responsibility is to create a learning environment in which students feel valued, comfortable, and motivated to learn within a safe classroom. The rupture between a teacher and his or her student, we believe it is the most important aspect of safe, positive learning environment. If we were to design a learning environment for our students, we would want it to promote inclusivity for all and to celebrate their uniqueness and difference.
As we reflect and formulate chosen procedures to ensure discipline and order in our class, we communicate and co-create these roles with our students, fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility. The rules would focus on mutual respect, active participation, and creating a positive learning environment. Through this, we will establish a good rapport with each of our students so they feel at ease speaking up and contributing to our class. As soon as possible, rewards and penalties should be given in a clear, constructive, kind way. By doing this, you'll encourage their accountability and self-control. The pictures that we will present to you are evidence to our observation and different classes at Pangasinan School of Arts and Trades, together with the interviews and teachers from different departments.
Activity number 4. Writing my first lesson plan.
Our Field Study 2 mentor, Ma'am 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, presented some examples of lesson plans during their lecture on how to write a lesson plan. We have observed the format and described each part. These lesson plans are incredibly well organized and laid out logically. They contain all the crucial components required for effective lesson planning. Upon looking at the two samples, the first one has 10 parts. However, the plans which corresponds to a defined framework. Start with the 7E model, which stands for engagement, exploration, explanation, elaboration, evaluation, and extension. Also, aside from examining the sample lesson, we have evaluated some lesson plans from the teacher we know. We examine the different parts of lesson plan, defining on our specialization where teacher align their objectives on the activities they employ in the classroom. Every part of the lesson plan has carefully planned, and it was a activity-based lesson plan.
We are down to the analysis part. The challenging part we encountered was the lesson itself, or presenting examples of the new lesson, because this is where the unfamiliar topic would be introduced and must be explained effectively. It is essential to comprehend the method and approaches to apply before, during, and after resulting from a discussion. Ideally, you must select the most effective approach out of all the available ones to keep the lesson interesting and a good one. However, in the design of the lesson plan as well as the classroom, we must be aware of how to put it together, deliver, and explain it.
We have created our lesson plan which is about our specific major. In making our lesson plan, we use the Deped format in Deped's Order 42 series of 2016, incorporating the 7A model. Also, using the table of specification, we have created our 10 to 15 quiz considering the competencies of our lesson plan.
If the plan does not work, change the plan but never the goal. As long as we have faith that it will succeed, nothing is impossible. People are given challenges which act as a bridge to help them become steadfast. Similar to creating a lesson plan, there will be obstacles that leave us perplexed. As everyone knows, creating a lesson plan is necessary for teachers to help students for better instructions and classroom competency.
Activity number 5. Delivering my lessons and selection and utilization of various teaching aids.
In the utilization of teaching aids in the classroom, it is important to integrate both digital and non-digital resources. We have integrated these resources into our teaching demonstration, such as the use of technology using the PowerPoint presentation. On the other hand, when it comes to non-digital resources, we are different in making our traditional instructional material, as we are different in our field of specialization. The teaching aids have their strength that we can continue to do and weaknesses for us to know what will improve, as well as its appropriateness during our demonstration. Also, we describe the teaching approaches as we use the teacher and learner-centered approach, because we believe that shifting the focus from the instructor to the active engagement of the student, promoting a deeper understanding through interaction with content, instructors, and peers will make the learning more meaningful.
For analysis, the effective use of non-digital and digital teaching aids proves to be a compelling strategy in various educational contexts. We believe that despite minor gaps, the resources are deemed valuable due to enhance student engagement, enjoyment, and successful application of knowledge. This positive outcome contributes to the individual's self-perception as an effective teacher, highlighting the crucial role of well-managed teaching resources in shaping the student experience. Additionally, the acknowledgement of the increasing importance of digital tools is coupled with an emphasis on the essential role of non-digital teaching aids. The effectiveness of teaching materials is attributed to the alignment with the topic, consideration of student interest, and appropriate cognitive levels.
For the create part, if we would redemonstrate, we would change and improve some of the current teaching tools to make learning more engaging and participatory. We believe a well-rounded, engaging learning environment made possible by the integrations of interactive poster, graphic organizer, real-world example, and multi-sensory materials would be beneficial to our students. By using different digital tools, we need to maintain an interactive and learning atmosphere at digital formats.
As we reflect on active learning and interactivity in virtual settings, the importance of technology and careful planning in online education and blending traditional methods with digital tools helps us effectively. As future educators, we need to ensure participation and attention by fostering enthusiasm, effective communication, and connection, creating an exciting virtual learning and experience for our students.
Activity number 6. Grading system and Deped school forms.
The primary purpose of the grading system is to accurately, consistently, and fairly communicate learning progress and achievement to students, families, post-secondary institutions, and prospective employers. Components of summative assessment. Summative assessment are classified into 3 components, namely written word performance test and quarterly assessment. These 3 will be the basis for grading. In computing the grades of the learners, we refer to the Deped Order 8 series of 2015 and Deped Order number 31 series of 2020. Also, we listed the different school forms that are necessary to both the school and the learners, as it is where their records can be seen. All the educational background significant to the students' education are complied for documentation and future purposes.
For the analysis, we believe that using e-class record is becoming increasingly popular due to their convenience and ease of use. They allow teachers to easily input students' performance and written work data into a system, which is then automatically saved, printed, and submitted when it comes to the Deped school forms. All schools are expected to update the 10 school forms after each academic year to ensure the accuracy of the reports and to offer a reliable procedure for the assurance of students' information. They serve as a comprehensive documentation system that record essential information about students' academic performance, attendance, grades, behavior, and other details. Accomplishing these forms at this stage ensures that there is a comprehensive and accurate records of each student's performance, which is essential for reporting to parents and guardians.
In the create part, we have experienced computing the grades of the learners by doing a sample computation of the student grades using the Deped assessment criteria in our respective specialization. Since we differ in our field of specialization, we use a different criteria in computing the grades of the learners. Computing the grades of the learners is not an easy task. We need to carefully look at the data we need to input so transparency and accuracy will be achieved.
Computing the grades of the learners is one of the most important parts of being a teacher. And it is also a difficult task because we must be fairly and honestly in computing the grades of the students. We, as future teachers, believe that using a combination of traditional and electronic class records in computing our students' grades will improve fairness, transparency, and accountability in grading. However, using e-class records is most convenient, dependable, and efficient for us. In addition, we also discussed the different school forms, and because of this, we found out that the school forms number 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7 are easy to complete, while 9 and 10 are the difficult ones. Easy or difficult, but as future teachers, we may make this process easier by making the greatest use of the technologies available.
We are the warm-hearted and visionary